Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into America's favorite pickup truck, the 2026 Ford F-150. Now, I know what you're thinking, another model year, another set of updates. But here's the thing, Ford has refined this beast in some really smart ways that I think you're going to want to hear about. So let's jump right in. The F-150 has been the best-selling vehicle in America for decades. And when you look at the 2026 model, it's not hard to see why Ford keeps that crown. This isn't a complete redesign, but sometimes that's exactly what you want. Ford has taken everything that works about this truck and made it just a little bit better in all the right places. Think of it as the perfected version of an already winning formula. Let's start with what catches your eye first, the design. The 2026 F-150 keeps that bold, commanding presence we all know, but Ford has added some fresh touches. Depending on the trim you choose, you're getting updated front grills with more sculpted designs, and there are some really nice new wheel options that give the truck a more modern look. Ford has also introduced two gorgeous new colors this year: Shelter Green, which has this deep, earthy tone that just screams outdoor adventure, and Sewall, a sophisticated modern gray that gives the truck a sleek, commanding presence on the road. And if you're into customization, there are some killer new appearance packages. The XLT gets black appearance packages for that murdered outlook, and the Platinum now has this satin appearance package with brushed metal accents that honestly looks premium as hell. Now, here is something that make a lot of people happy. Ford has expanded the rear-wheel drive options. Speaking of trims, the lineup is stacked. You've got 9 main options: XL, STX, XLT, Lariat, King Ranch, Platinum, Tremor, Raptor, and the absolute monster Raptor R. The base XL starts just under $40,000, which gets you a seriously capable work truck. The XLT, which is probably the sweet spot for a lot of people, comes in around the mid-50s and gives you a ton of features. Then you've got the luxury trims like King Ranch and Platinum that can push past 75 grand when fully loaded, but man, they're nice. We're talking leather everything, premium sound systems, the works. Let's talk power, because this is where the F-150 really shines. Ford offers this incredible range of engines, and there's genuinely something for everyone. The base engine is a 2.7-liter twin-turbo V6 that pumps out 325 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. Don't let that smaller displacement fool you. This thing moves, and it's surprisingly fuel-efficient for a full-size truck. Then you've got the 5.0-liter V8, the old-school option that delivers 400 horses and 410 pound-feet. There's just something about that V8 rumble that some people will never give up, and I totally get it. Here's where it gets really interesting: the 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. This engine comes in a few flavors. The standard version makes 400 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque, which is already impressive. But there's also a high-output version tuning up to 450 horses and 510 pound-feet, and this thing is an absolute beast when you need to haul or tow heavy loads. We're talking up to 13,500 pounds of towing capacity when properly equipped. That's class-leading numbers right there. Now, let's talk about the hybrid, because this is one of the most underrated powertrains in the truck world. Every single one of these engines is paired with Ford's smooth 10-speed automatic transmission, and you can choose between rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, depending on your needs and trim level. For the off-road enthusiasts out there, the Tremor is where it's at. This truck comes standard with 33-inch all-terrain tires, an off-road tuned suspension with special dampers, and you get features like rock crawl mode and Ford's trail control, which is basically like cruise control for trails. The Tremor has a locking rear differential, skid plates to protect the undercarriage, and enough ground clearance to tackle some serious terrain. The interior even gets special Tremor badging and unique styling touches. And if the Tremor isn't extreme enough for you, well, there's always the Raptor and Raptor R, but those are in a completely different league, with that supercharged V8 and the Raptor R making 720 horsepower. That thing is legitimately a desert racing machine. Let's step inside because the interior updates for 2026 are actually really thoughtful. Ford has redesigned the center console to give you better storage, and they've moved to a rotary gear selector, which frees up even more space. The SYNC4 infotainment system is faster and more responsive than ever, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are now standard across the entire lineup. No more fumbling with cables. One of the biggest improvements is that Ford has brought back more physical buttons and controls. They heard the feedback about touchscreen overload, and honestly, when you're wearing gloves or driving in rough conditions, having actual buttons for climate control and media is so much better. The digital instrument cluster is now standard on more trims, and it's fully customizable. You can set it up to show towing data, off-road metrics, navigation, whatever you need to see at a glance.
Trims get some really premium touches. The Lariat now comes with ventilated leather seats as standard, which is a game changer in hot weather. King Ranch and Platinum trims get even fancier with things like the Bang and Olufsen sound system with 14 speakers that genuinely sounds incredible. There's also improved ambient lighting, better rear seat storage, and the materials throughout just feel more upscale. Ford has also improved the acoustic insulation, so highway driving and towing are quieter than ever. Technology-wise, the 2026 F150 is seriously advanced. Blue Cruise 1.3, Ford's hands-free highway driving system, is now available on more trims including select XLT models. It works on over 130,000 miles of pre-mapped highways, and it's honestly pretty impressive when you use it on long road trips. The system now includes automated lane changes, so it feels even more refined. The safety tech has been upgraded too. You're getting features like evasive steering assist that can actually help you steer around obstacles in emergency situations. There's a 360-degree camera system with trailer coverage modes, which makes backing up with a trailer so much easier. Pro Trailer Backup Assist literally lets you control the trailer direction with a knob, and Pro Trailer Hitch Assist helps you line up perfectly. If you've ever struggled to hitch up a trailer, you know how valuable this is. Ford has also added a driver-facing camera for Blue Cruise, improved blind spot monitoring with cross-traffic alerts, and forward collision warning with automatic emergency braking is standard across the board. The truck is constantly watching out for you. Let's talk real-world capability, because that's what trucks are all about. The 2026 F150 maintains that maximum towing capacity of 13,500 pounds, which is best in class, and payload capacity goes up to around 2,445 pounds, depending on configuration. These aren't just numbers. This truck can legitimately handle serious work. Whether you're hauling a camper, towing equipment trailers, or loading up the bed with materials, the F150 has the guts to handle it. The Pro Access tailgate, which used to be limited to higher trims, is now more widely available. This thing is genuinely useful because it can fold down into a workbench or step, making it easier to access the bed. Speaking of the bed, Ford offers multiple bed lengths and configurations, so you can get exactly what fits your needs. Now, how does the 2026 model compare to previous years? Well, if you've got a 2024 or 2025 F-150, this probably isn't a must-upgrade situation. Ford has been refining this 14th generation since 2021, and the 2026 continues that evolution. But the improvements are real. The tech is faster and more intuitive. The interior materials are better. The hybrid is more efficient. And having those rear-wheel drive options on premium trims opens up the truck to more buyers. If you're coming from an older F-150, say a 2020 or earlier, the jump is pretty significant. The current generation is lighter, thanks to aluminum body panels, but stronger with the high-strength steel frame. The tech is light years ahead with the massive touchscreens, wireless connectivity, and all the driver assistance features. The hybrid powertrain wasn't even an option back then, and the efficiency gains across the board are substantial. The real story with the 2026 F150 is that Ford hasn't tried to reinvent the wheel. They've just made the wheel roll better. Sometimes that's exactly what you want from a truck that already does everything well. The refinements to the interior, the expanded drivetrain options, the improved technology, and those efficiency gains all add up to a truck that's easier to live with every single day.
At the competition, the F150 still stands tall. The Ram 1500 is the luxury king with that incredible interior, and the Toyota Tundra has that legendary reliability reputation. The Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra bring their own strengths to the table, but the F-150's combination of versatility, capability, technology, and sheer number of configurations means there's literally an F-150 for almost anyone. From bare-bones work truck to luxury cruiser to off-road beast, Ford has you covered. And here's something worth mentioning. Ford is discounting some popular configurations for 2026. Pairing the 2.7-liter EcoBoost with STX, XLT, and Lariat equipment groups gets you some SRP savings, making already popular setups even more accessible. That's Ford listening to what people actually buy and making it easier to get. So, should you consider a 2026 F150? If you need a full-size truck that can do absolutely everything, the answer is yes. This truck can be your daily driver, your work partner, your weekend adventure vehicle, and your family hauler all at once. The range of engines means you're not stuck with something too powerful and thirsty or too weak for your needs. The tech keeps you connected and safe. The capability is genuine and proven. The F150 is the best-selling vehicle in America for a reason, and the 2026 model year shows that Ford isn't resting on those laurels. They're continuing to improve, refine, and perfect what's already a fantastic truck. Whether you're upgrading from an older F150 or considering your first one, this is a really solid time to jump in. Alright, that's the full rundown on the 2026 Ford F150. What do you think? Are you feeling the new colors? Is that hybrid calling your name? Or are you holding out for the next generation model that's supposedly coming in 2027 or 2028? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more truck content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.